Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Weekly Wrap. I am Cathleen Trigg in our New York studio. There's so much to talk about this week, and it all revolves around, you guessed it, women. Whether you were at one of the many women's marches around the world or not, you must still be feeling the high we're on, and we've got you covered right here on the Weekly Wrap. Okay, who rules the world? Girls. And it was a sight to see this weekend. Hundreds of thousands of women, girls, even babies from all around the globe came out in solidarity to stand up against the institution that has tried to keep women down since the beginning of time. Women all over the world were in the streets, from Washington, Chicago to New York, Los Angeles, London, even Paris. It truly went global. Women are still flaunting their pussycat hats.
So you'll notice a couple of us wearing pink hat.
Yeah, I can't mess up my hair.
No, she can't mess up her hair. But, you know, Saturday there's this gigantic women's march in Washington. And as it turns out, it's not just Washington, it's all over the country. So, you know, we're wearing pink hats in celebration of this march of women.
Where's my hat, Whoopi? All right, so what does it all mean, and how do we keep this momentum going? Let's check in with our Weekly Wrap correspondent, Camille Cruz. Camille, what's the vibe out there on the streets of Manhattan?
Even in the rain, the energy from the Women's March could be felt right here in New York City and around the globe. Some say the marches were easy activism, and that one day's participation won't sustain enough effort to make real change. So how can we keep this momentum going?
I don't think protest by protest or demonstration will change anything.
But there needs to be like a developed system for these people to voice their opinions, maybe petition.
I think we just need to organize ourselves more and just be everywhere, really. And be willing to be interviewed, be willing to ask questions or respond to answers.
You should not be quiet. You have to say, you have to scream.
So it seems like people are getting a move on with keeping the movement alive. The energy is peaking here. I hope it is with you too, Kathleen.
I love it, Camille. Thank you so much. I know I'm definitely still running on a high note, if you can't tell. We'll be right back after this. Well, the Women's March drew numbers above 3.2 million, greater than Trump's inauguration crowd, estimated around 600,000. And while the new leader of the free world could have shown his support for the ladies or even tried to unite our country, what did he do instead? What he always does. He took to Twitter.
Nina, you were at the march in D.C. Let me put up these new tweets from President Trump on the subject of the march. Quote, watched protests yesterday, but was under the impression that we just had an election. Why didn't these people vote? Celebs hurt cause badly. And then just a few minutes ago, another tweet. Peaceful protests are a hallmark of our democracy. Even if I don't always agree, I recognize the rights of people to express their views.
This tweet was divisive. There is this sort of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Twitter quality to this guy, and the question is, how do you, the second tweet was the one he should have sent yesterday, full stop, end of story, and why he didn't, I don't know.
And joining us now is our senior correspondent, Shannon Shannon. Donald Trump is attacking celebrities. He's attacking crowd numbers.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he should just put his phone down.
Well, that's a great solution because he goes on these Kanye-style rants, and I don't think the people in his cabinet even know what he needs to do or should do. But a lot of people on the streets that we spoke to agree he should just put Twitter down. But I'll let you hear it for yourself. Here are some of the people I spoke to in Times Square.
I know you're on Twitter, right?
I'm not on Twitter, but...
You're not on Twitter?
No, I'm not. I deleted my social media. I'm taking a break from everything.
So should the president delete his also?
There's so many other things going on that he should be focused on, so I definitely think that he should delete it and maybe hire an intern.
Because he's making a fool of himself and all of us.
Only when he's mad he puts something on Twitter, so don't do that.
He's just signing us all to hell right now. That's what I feel like.
Signing us to hell.
Signing America to hell.
And tweeting them to hell at the same time?
Tweeting them to hell too.
Does a representative of your country tweet?
Unsure. I don't really use Twitter.
But that's a good thing that you don't know that they do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that it's a sign of the times.
So he should be allowed to have his First Amendment right.
Absolutely.
Okay, now would you tweet him?
I don't tweet.
You don't tweet?
No, but you can Instagram me anytime. Hi.
Well, there you have it. Now I think I'm going to tweet the president myself, and I bet he responds. From Times Square, I'm Shannon Lanier with the Weekly Wrap.
And did he respond?
Not yet, but I'm sure he will. Don't worry.
Shan, I'm telling you, this looks really familiar. It feels like a reality show, maybe?
Yeah, a train wreck we can't turn away from.
You said it, not me. All right. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Got it.
But I know that this won't change anything. We cannot fall into despair. As the poet W.H. Auden once wrote on the eve of World War II, we must love one another or die. I choose love. Are you with me? Say this with me. We choose love.
We are talking about women, supporting women today. I've always dreamed of the day when women would support women and stop tearing each other's down. Is the Women's Rally a sign of things to come where women can support women truly? Who better to ask than my dear friend, editor-in-chief of Heart and Soul magazine, Anita Kopach, who featured me on the cover of Heart and Soul. Who would have thought? Thank you, Anita. Hi.
Hi, Kathleen. It's such an honor to be here, and it was such an honor to have you on the cover of the magazine. It was one of my favorite covers. It really exudes power and beauty and femininity and all of the aspects that I truly love in strong women.
Well, I have to selfishly say I agree. It's my favorite cover too, Anita. Thank you so much for supporting me. And thanks for coming on the Weekly Wrap today. I know you just got back over the weekend from the Women's March. You took the bus down. When you got to Washington, what did it feel like to see hundreds of thousands of women all there supporting each other and supporting the same thing?
Wow, it was pretty overwhelming at first because I have never seen, I don't know what the final count was, but it definitely felt like there was more than 1 million women there. And just to see this sea of people, and it was women, it was men, there were so many children, and I felt at that moment, I am definitely not alone in everything that I believe and everything that I'm fighting for, because sometimes I can feel like that, and sometimes women feel like that because we don't necessarily reach out. A lot of times we are the ones that are the support. And now looking out and just seeing that all of these women who are the support system to people in their lives are coming together.
Do you think that this rally, the momentum from it will continue? Is this a sign of what's to come for women in the future?
As women, we have to move forward authentically. What feels right to you? How can you use this collective energy and move forward in your life? Otherwise, it's just going to die out if it's not authentic to you.
Anita, I truly just want to say thank you for taking the time out for us today and joining us on the Weekly Wrap. We'll be reading. Everyone, make sure you pick up a copy of Heart and Soul magazine. Mine is November. It's past, but I'm sure you can still find it online. Thank you so much, Anita. And I feel your excitement, and I can't wait to see where we all land as women.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Love you.
Love you more. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week's Weekly Wrap. Boy, did that go by fast. Before we go, I do want to leave you with a thought.
Growing up in Mississippi, my prayer was, for as long as I can remember, God, use me. Use me, use this life. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I know that there is a vision for my life that is greater than my imagination can hold. Use me, use me. What would you have me to do? And that dream, that desire, that prayer brought me somehow to television.
If we want to give all of our children a foundation for their dreams and opportunities worthy of their promise, if we want to give them that sense of limitless possibility, that belief that here in America, there is always something better out there if you're willing to work for it, then we must work like never before.
And on that note, I want to thank all of you for joining us for this week's Weekly Wrap. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you hit me up on Kathleen.com. Have an amazing week, everyone, and get out there and shine your light.